everyone, Mama Mike here, and today is a quick video. This is my recap and haul from PAX East 2017, so let's get right into it. The first thing, it was so cold. I'm used to it because I live in Massachusetts, but I usually don't spend time outside when there's a wind chill of -6, so it was freezing, and I didn't want to wear my big heavy winter coat while I was waiting in line because I didn't want to have to deal with the coat check, which filled up very quickly this year, so I probably wouldn't have even got to put my coat away. So I'm happy that I didn't bring my coat. I just kind of double layered some light jackets, and I had my earmuffs, my mittens, and everything. I was all bundled up with my scarf, but it was so cold, and everyone in line is just like, can we get inside, please? They ended up letting people in early to the building, not opening the convention floor until 10 a.m. still, but they did let people in early who were already in line. I didn't get there that early, but when I did get there finally, the lines were a lot shorter, and they did move people through very quickly through the security check. So overall, I only waited outside maybe 15-20 minutes, but when it's that cold out, it was just like, wow. And the wind was blowing so hard at one point, I got that feeling like I couldn't catch my breath because the wind just took it. It was really cold out. Like I said, I'm used to it because I'm from Massachusetts, but I usually don't spend a lot of time outside when it's that cold out. And it was funny seeing the coat check all filled in because last year it was April and it was, 60 degrees or so, and so there was hardly anyone using the coat check, and this year it filled up so fast. It was just really funny to see the difference between last year and this year in terms of the weather, but it was about 4 or 6 weeks earlier than it was last year. So right away I finally get into the convention center and I see Lawrence from Funhouse. I was very excited, but the line was crazy long to meet and greet with him. So I got a picture of him, but not with him. I was a little bit sad that I wasn't going to be able to wait in line to see him. And I was also kind of sad because I didn't get to see the rest of the Funhouse gang. I didn't see any of them. I saw Lawrence and I saw Matt Peak, and that was it. And I didn't even see anyone from Kinda Funny this year, whereas last year I at least got a glimpse of everybody. This year I didn't see anyone else. So it was a little bit of a bummer to not be able to kind of see these people that I really like to watch so much on YouTube. It's kind of really fun every year to just kind of, even if I just get a glimpse of them, it's really cool to be like, oh hey, there's Greg, But this year I didn't even get a glimpse of anyone from Kinda Funny. So the lines to meet Lawrence and Matt were too long, and I decided I'm going to shop around. I was on a mission this year to look for old games, and I did pretty well, I think, but we'll get to that stuff later. The very first thing that I saw was a booth that had both Nintendo and Dragon Ball Z figures, and then this was my first purchase, this World of Nintendo Wario with mystery accessory. I haven't even opened it up yet, so I don't know what the mystery accessory is, and I'm not sure if I'm going to open this one or not. I'm still thinking about it. I really like the look of this one in the box, and that's really rare for me. You guys know I always open everything pretty much, but I really like the look of this one in the box. On the back here we've got just the other characters that are in this series. This is series 1-1, and I don't have like hardly any of these larger World of Nintendo figures. They're really hard to find where I live. So as soon as I saw him, I had to get him. They also had Mario, and then they had the smaller Luigi and a few other World of Nintendo figures, and they had quite a few old DBZ figures as well that were just loose in bags, kind of packaged up ready to go. And they also had some Nintendo figures like that as well. It was a really cool booth to check out, and I was very happy to find Wario. From there, I went to check out some more booths that had games, and I ended up finding this sealed Uncharted 4 A Thief's End guide. And it says only in this collector's edition. You've got the Pirate Sigil coin silver variant, an important artifact from Nathan Drake's latest adventure. This silver-colored Pirate Sigil coin is exclusive to this Uncharted 4 collector's edition guide. And so that's just on the back. It's got a little sheet of paper included with it. But I just thought that is really cool. This was from the collector's edition of the game. I got the special edition that came with the steel book, and it came with the nice like cigar box, but it did not come with the guide. That was like the ultra edition. So really cool. It's got detailed maps, find every treasure and collectible, complete story walkthrough, and also adventuring school. plus enemy and weapon data, multiplayer coverage, treasure and trophy checklists, and character profiles. So there's a lot to this guide, and I'm actually very excited to look through it. From that same booth, I got this Krillin figure that I have never seen before. It says the movie collection right here at the top. I was trying to remember the wording of that. But this is Krillin in his spacesuit, and he's got some accessories like a cooler nearby, and there's like a backdrop in there and the tile floor of the spaceship. I saw this and I just had to have it. I thought it was really cool. And on the back, it's from the movie The Return of Cooler, and it goes into a little bit of detail about the movie. But I just thought this is so cool. I have hardly any Krillin items, and this was just a real find. As soon as I saw it, I had to get it. I could not pass this one up. And I actually really like the box for this because it's got kind of the little scene in the background. It is perfect for displaying it, and he's got his accessories nearby. This is another one that I think I might leave boxed because it's just perfect the way that it is. It's got his name on the side here, and he's got his little name badge. I just really like the presentation of this, so I think this is one that I will leave as is in the box. That booth also had a lot of PS2 games, and there was a Naruto game that I saw that I really wanted, but I didn't want to spend that much money at just one booth right away, so I decided that I would shop around a little bit more and maybe go back to that later. The number one rule of PAX is to always, if you see something you really want, just buy it. And I broke that rule this time just because I was getting two things from that booth already. I didn't want to spend all my money in one spot. So I go to shop around a little bit more, and I find a booth that has a ton of imported games. They had PS4 games, PlayStation Vita games, a bunch of imported games, and I found Yakuza Ishin. And oh my goodness, this is a game that I really, really wanted to play. I did not expect to find this game there. They also had Yakuza 6, which is not out yet in America, but is coming to America. That one is a definite. It will be coming to the United States. But this one is not. I believe this game came out in 2014, and it is still a Japan-only title. This is a really cool game. It is taking the characters from the Yakuza series. You can see Kiryu and Majima right on the front, and it's using them to tell a different story. This is set in a historical Japan setting. It's so cool. If you look up this game, the gameplay is awesome. I'll definitely be doing an unboxing of this. It's just really cool. I was so happy to see it, and I just had to have it. And I double checked the prices online to make sure it was a fair price, and it was cheaper than other places, so I thought this is meant to be. And it's just so cool. It says new just right on there, and it is just Japan only. I can't read anything on there except the word Ishin. I can read that. But it's really cool to have this game, and they do have sort of like fan-made dubs of the cutscenes on YouTube, so I can follow along with it as I play and try to figure out what's going on. Walking around some more, we found a booth with some awesome lanyards, so I picked out a few. The first one, they're all tangled up. The first one is this really cool Dragon Ball Z Resurrection F. It's got the 4-star ball on it, and then, oh, other side. And it says includes collectible sticker, so it's got a 4-star ball sticker. But so it's got this really cool, like silicone type rubberized 4-star ball. And then one side is orange. It's Dragon Ball Z Resurrection F with Goku and Vegeta. And then the other side is blue, and it's got the 4-star Dragon Balls on it. So that's really cool. I saw that and said that is fantastic. The other one I picked up, here it is. This one I fell in love with as soon as I saw the little mini Game Boy charm. I had to have it. And so one side of it says Nintendo Game Boy. It's sort of the grayish design. And then the other side just says Game Boy in big letters. I think for sure this will be the lanyard that I use next year. It's just so cute. And it's really detailed. Up close on here, the little green power part where the little LED is actually its own little separate piece. It's just a lot of detail on this, and I love miniatures, and I saw this and I just had to have it. I thought it was so cool. And just a free lanyard. These were the ones that were given out at PAX this year. And so you really can't have too many lanyards. And it's always nice to have a different one for each year. But these were the PAX ones that were given out this year for free to everyone who attended. So next I walked around a little bit more and went over to the PlayStation booth. I had checked by earlier in the day and it was really packed. The lines were crazy. So I went back a little bit later hoping to play the Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy. And I asked the line attendant, if this was the line for it. And he said it was reservations only. But he said we could either come back around 5:30, which would have been too late because I would have already left, or he asked if we would be there the next day and we could make a reservation. And I said no, that this was my only day there. I must have looked really sad because he let me in line anyways. I was so happy, and I only had to wait like 15 minutes to play it. And too, while you're in line, they gave you these really awesome, really nice PlayStation 20th anniversary lanyards, and it's got the button layout on there. But these are wicked nice. They've got metal, for the clasps here. The one back here is plastic, which is good so it's not too heavy on your neck. But it's a really nice metal closure here and here. Just really nice, high quality lanyards. They were giving these out at the PlayStation booth. Very happy to have this one. But so I get in line to play Crash Bandicoot, only had to wait like 15 minutes, and it was so much fun. I put on the headset, which was really nice. The little PlayStation headsets that they had, they're nice and cushioned. I hadn't tried one of those before, but they're nice and cushioned. Sound was beautiful. Hearing those Crash Bandicoot sounds again was just incredible, and it looked fantastic on the screen. It was so colorful and bright. It was great to see Crash Bandicoot again. I was really bad at it just because playing so close to the monitor is really hard to take in the whole screen because they have these real big TVs. And so being so close to it was hard to kind of take in the whole screen and see everything. So I didn't do very well in the game, but it really made me excited for this game to come out, and I just cannot wait to play that game again. So every year I stop by the Think Geek booth just to see what they have. Sometimes they have PAX East exclusives or an item that's making a PAX East debut, and I'm so glad I did because they had these Piranha Plant hand puppets, which are so cute. He's got his little leaves and everything. Just adorable. They're so cute. I just love to, you could just pop him out of the tube. I really loved this. I saw this on Facebook that they made an announcement that this would be debuting at PAX East. They are available now on the Think Geek website, but it made its debut at PAX, and it's just so cute. I love it. And so I had to have one. And the people at the Think Geek booth were really funny. They were like, "Are you sure you only want one? Because you do have two hands." And I was content with just one. I wasn't gonna be over the top. But it's adorable. So happy that I have my Piranha Plant hand puppet now. So the Naruto game that I mentioned earlier, I ended up going back for it, and it was Naruto Ultimate Ninja. I have the second one of this game, but I do not have this one. Do you have what it takes to become the Ultimate Ninja? Fight as more than 12 playable characters, switch stages mid-combat, unleash multi-level super attacks, and unlock tons of bonus content including secret characters. I had to have it as soon as I saw it, but I obviously didn't because I walked away from it for a little bit just to be sure. I didn't want to spend all my money at one booth. But I had leftover money at the end of the day, so I decided to go back. And while I was at that booth, they had 2 more Naruto games. Oh, but first, the games were complete with the manuals and everything. Really cool, the manuals for these. The ones that I got, like some of the ones don't all have the manuals, so this was just awesome. Full color manuals, and they just have really cool things in them. A genjutsu lesson from Kurenai Sensei, a taijutsu lesson from Guy Sensei. It's just really cool. These manuals are awesome, and I'm really happy that they were included in these games. So now to show the other ones that I got, it was Naruto Uzumaki Chronicles 1 and 2. These look awesome. I'm so excited to play these. It might be a little while just because I don't have my PS2 set up right now, but it will be one of those things that at some point I'll set it up and I'll play these all in one week and really have a great time. But opening this one up, it does have the manual and the game. And then showing you, the second one did not have the manual. This was the only one that was not complete. But these are games that I had not been able to find elsewhere, or not being able to find for such a good price anyways. So very happy that I got these 3 games from that booth. So my total things from that booth were these 3 games, the Uncharted 4 book, and the Krillin figure were all things I got from the same booth. Throughout the day, I kept kind of circling around the Rooster Teeth booth just to peek and see if any of the Funhouse or Kinda Funny people were there. I didn't end up finding them at any point during the day. There were 2 panels at the same time, and I had a really hard choice choosing between them. One panel was Lawrence and Matt Peak from Funhouse. Another panel was Alana Pierce and Marty Sleva with a few other guests, and I really like Alana and Marty. I had never seen them in person before, so I really wanted to go to their panel. It was such a hard choice though, because I did really want a picture with Lawrence. But it was awesome to go to Marty and Alana's panel. It was hilarious. I laughed the whole time. It was all about video games are dumb and that's why we love them, was kind of like the name of it. And it was talking about games that they still really enjoy even though they might not be the best games in the world. And at one point Marty mentioned the Burger King games, which I love and that I've done gameplay of Sneak King. And those games are really fun. They're not very good games, but they're really fun. And sometimes it is nice to just play a really dumb game like Try Not to Fart or the Burger King games. And so I really liked the panel. It was very funny. And there's just a lot of great people there. The crowd was great. It was just a really good experience. That was the first kind of panel that was in like one of the theaters that I'd been to at PAX, and I'll definitely go to one next year. So that was a recap of my PAX East 2017 experience and also my haul of the things that I got. Let me know in the comments below if you've been to a PAX in your area, because they have them at a few different locations across the United States and also in Australia. And let me know too, which item would you have picked from what I got? Which item do you think you would have gotten at PAX if you were there? Like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you next time. Bye!